This product is available through the link in the description box below. I'm mentioning that now because you need to evaluate how these specs actually fit your daily tasks before you consider clicking that link. We are looking at the Lenovo Legion LOQ. Lenovo built this line as the more affordable alternative to their premium Legion Pro series. The marketing on the box can be confusing. It highlights an Intel Core i7 sticker alongside an AI-powered RTX 50 series label. These specs suggest a high-end workstation. However, the reality is a high-performance processor paired with a bare-bones entry-level graphics card. Determining the value of this machine requires looking past the marketing to see if this intentional hardware imbalance fits your routine or creates a bottleneck. This balancing scale represents the concept of bottleneck economics in budget laptop design. To include a premium i7 at this price, Lenovo has to cut costs elsewhere. Notice how the GPU and chassis icons shrink as the CPU takes up more of the manufacturing budget. Lenovo chose to use cheaper build materials and an entry-level GPU to prioritize raw processing power. Success with this laptop depends on whether your specific workload aligns with where Lenovo chose to spend the budget. The heart of the machine is the Intel Core i7-13650HX, a processor capable of massive calculation speeds. This CPU handles heavy tasks like compiling code, rendering video, or running complex simulation games without slowing down. This bar chart shows the gap. The CPU score is exceptionally high, but the RTX 5050 struggles rendering complex textures. In 1080p eSports, that CPU power keeps frame rate stable. However, as this matrix shows, 4K ray tracing performance drops off quickly. Plugging this into a 1440p or 4K external monitor for AAA gaming will expose the GPU's limits and cause your performance to tank. This hardware is a surgical tool for raw calculation speed, traded against high-fidelity visual detail. The AI-powered branding refers to Lenovo's LA chip, a dedicated processor for hardware tuning. This schematic shows how the LA chip routes wattage between the CPU and GPU based on your active app. For beginners, this automatically pushes components, making frame rates climb as high as possible without you touching any settings. The trade-off is unpredictable fan noise. Because the chip is constantly adjusting, the fans ramp up aggressively during mixed-use multitasking. You will experience sudden thermal spikes when the AI pushes power limits to handle sudden workload shifts. The AI chip is an effective automated optimizer, but it results in a louder and hotter machine during heavy use. Looking at the exterior, the polycarbonate plastic chassis flexes more than the aluminum found on the Legion Pro. The 15.6-inch 144Hz display does provide smooth motion, which helps reduce blur in fast-paced games. However, this restricted triangle in the color gamut diagram shows the screen's main weakness: mediocre color accuracy that makes visuals look washed out. Inside, Lenovo included 16 GB of RAM and a 1 TB SSD. This space configuration is generous. It saves you from having to open the laptop to upgrade your storage or memory immediately after buying it. A plastic chassis and a dull screen are the specific sacrifices required to get this much processing power and storage at this price point. Scoring this machine on a standard scale is difficult because the build is so lopsided. We can use this decision tree to see if your needs match the laptop's strengths. Our first match is the engineering student. If you need heavy code compiling but only game casually, this works perfectly. The second match is the competitive gamer. If you care about 1080p frame rates in titles like League of Legends and don't mind lower visual settings, this is a strong value. For these specific users, like the engineering student or the esports competitor, the LOQ delivers high performance exactly where they need it. There are clear mismatches, though. If you want to play modern AAA games at maximum cinematic settings, you should look elsewhere. To get high-end ray tracing and visual fidelity, you need a laptop with at least a 4070 or 5070 GPU. Our final mismatch is the professional creative. That washed-out display isn't accurate enough for professional photo grading or video editing. The LOQ RTX 5050 is a specialized tool for the pragmatic buyer. If this balance of a high-end CPU and entry-level graphics matches your use case, this product is available through the link in the description box below. If you realized you're a mismatch for this model, check out our guide on premium alternatives to find your perfect fit. This product is available through the link in